You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Welcome everyone, 6 a.m. on a busy Friday morning. We have a lot of headlines to get to. I'm Evan Irani in for Eric Connor.
And I'm Neda Irampour. So we're going to start with an update on breaking news. This happened from overnight while most of you were likely sleeping.
So let's get an update on what's going on right now. All lanes along the northbound 15 are now back open. This is after a deadly crash that took place earlier this morning on the northbound lanes near Friar Road. This was just before 1 o'clock this morning. What we know so far is at least one person was killed in this crash. Another person was taken to the hospital. An investigation is currently underway into what led up to this crash. But once again, all lanes are back open. That was just around 4:30 this morning that those lanes were reopened after being closed from about 1 to 4 a.m. So we're getting the latest information and sharing it with you as we get it. But obviously a very busy morning this morning along the 15 northbound.
Yeah, that's a terrible wreck. You see that sedan wedged underneath that big box truck. Also new this morning, a group of people are in custody accused of stealing from a beauty store, from an Ulta in Escondido. This was right along Auto Parkway, just off the 15. It was about 9 o'clock last night. Likely the store was closed. We are told police eventually caught up with the suspects all the way in Tierra Santa from Escondido because of a tracking device that was in the stolen merchandise. So officers found them, arrested them. Police recovered that merchandise, which they believe now is worth about $2,000.
And also happening today marks a new effort to help those who are currently experiencing homelessness, at risk of homelessness, or unemployed. The Veterans Village of San Diego is hosting its annual Stand Down event. Yeah, the Stand Down event really does offer a lot of different services, things you don't realize people need. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at Roosevelt Middle School. What can we expect there today, Chris?
Yeah, more than 600 individuals are expected to access these resources. So a lot of people in need. And I want to bring in the CEO of the Veterans Village here, Akila Templeton. And Akila, a very busy day that we have going on today. What would you like the people at home who don't know about Stand Down, what would you like them to know about it?
Well, Stand Down, first of all, we're really excited that we've brought back the 3-day event. After 2 years, with the pandemic happening, this has been a true labor of love. So Stand Down is designed to be a 3-day life-changing and transformative experience for our homeless veterans and individuals who are at risk for becoming homeless. So during this 3-day event, we provide temporary shelter, support, access to resources and services, but it's really about an opportunity to bring our veterans a sense of community. There's hope happening. There are groups happening. So as much as it is about connecting them to those critical resources in the community, it's also about the humanity, right? For the individual veteran, it's about contemplation and self-reflection, for those individuals who may be struggling with substance use or mental health challenges. And so we're hoping that the veterans show up and that they're open to receiving the services that we've put together today. Our real hope in all of this is that they will establish some of those connections to those critical resources in the community so that they can gradually re-enter society. So.
And I know that it's been 2 years, but in the past, what have been some of the reactions to something as simple as being treated, as you said, humanely, with compassion? Sometimes that can be the biggest difference, right?
Yeah, that's the best part. So even though our veterans can come here and get, showers and haircuts and medical services, they can also do a little karaoke or take a yoga class or learn to, cook a meal, prepare a meal, with limited resources. So it's just a great opportunity for veterans our homeless veterans and at-risk veterans to get a glimpse of what, life can be like when they're, back on their feet. So.
And what would you, for the veterans who may be at home or maybe family of veterans that are at risk, as you said, that are watching this and haven't accessed these resources, haven't been to Stand Down, what would you say to convince them to come out?
One thing that we see with our veterans is that they're very proud, right? But this is a safe place. There's no judgment here. We're just eager to wrap our arms around them. This is community. We are their community, right? And so we're serving veterans who are homeless, who are unsheltered, but we're also serving those veterans who are just on the brink, right? They're at risk. And so if you're struggling with meeting your rent payments or, getting those needed car repairs so that you can make it to your job, chances are there's a program here that can help you. We're also providing legal services. That's a big draw every year. So if there are, minor infractions that might be standing between that veteran and their next opportunity at employment, we encourage them to come on out, talk with our legal folks here. We've got representatives from Homeless Court present today, and perhaps we can help them out, help them to resolve some of those issues.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you for all of the work that you are doing here, especially with so many of these people who, again, served our country, served us. So it's really great to see that there's someone who's looking out for them.
This is the best part of my year. Just happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, Keila, thank you so much. And guys, for more information, thank you. And for more information on the event, again, registration happening right now. We expect resources and things like that, the services to start at 9 a.m., but this will be going on for 3 days. Evan and Netta.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. A big event that helps a lot of people in our community. San Diego County trying to stop overdose situations. Soon you'll be able to find the Narcan nasal spray in vending machines across the county. Narcan, also known as naloxone, helps the body stabilize after an overdose and can save lives. The first machine will open outside of the McAllister Institute Regional Recovery Center. That's in Chula Vista. By the end of this year, you will be required to complete an online training to have access to the Narcan. And Chula Vista is giving its residents a chance to air their concerns over drones and other technology that it's using to keep the community safe. Its police force has been using these eyes in the sky since 2018, but this has also led to some concerns over privacy. Thursday night, dozens of local residents turned out for a special forum to pose questions and provide feedback over how the city of Chula Vista uses technology to collect data and how that data is being used. Members of Chula Vista's Privacy Advisory Task Force are gathering this input to create a series of recommendations to present to city leaders.
The city does have some robust regulations and guidelines with which we protect the data that we collect. So this is an opportunity for us to do a better job.
So where do we go from here? Well, the task force is expected to present their recommendations to the city council. That'll take place later in the fall. In the meantime, I'll let you take this from here, Netta.
Now, in the meantime, there are several task force meetings scheduled which are open to the public. Go to CBS8.com, click on the help button for that. Turning now to what's going on with the Chargers in the city of San Diego. Well, the relocation of the team that once called San Diego home, it's at the center of a hearing today. So a local woman is suing the Chargers and the NFL over the team's move to Los Angeles. The lawsuit claims the NFL and the team did not negotiate in good faith with city officials. And the lawsuit goes on to allege that they had plans to relocate ever since 2006. They wanted to leave us that long. Attorney Mike Aguirre says they're going after taxpayer money used to support the team. So he's part of that lawsuit while they were in San Diego, and then for hundreds of millions in unjust enrichment. So we're going to explain what's at stake with a legal analyst. He's not part of the case, but he'll be joining us to give us his expertise. That's coming up in our next half hour.
We're going to get some good insight there.
Yeah.
Well, a massive Mega Millions jackpot still up for grabs.
The grand prize is now worth $1.1 billion. It's the second highest jackpot in the game's 20-year history. The next Mega Millions drawing will be tonight. If there's a winner, the cash value that you could get would be $648 million.
Ooh. Is that enough?
So there you go, 648. I mean, apparently it has to hit $1 billion for everyone to keep talking about it.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I know, right?
It's like
you were saying.
It becomes very much like you have to get in on it.
Just a talker.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I wonder what our chances are.
It goes higher and higher each time.
Yeah, 1.1 billion, also known as 648 million after taxes. But who's counting there? Let's take a look at the forecast as we head through your Friday. Happy Friday to you. We hope you're starting off the morning well. Maybe maybe making your cup of coffee, headed out the door. And if you are headed out the door, hey, we're picking up on some showers off toward East County. That's mainly passing through areas of our local mountains and our deserts, but even moving just south of Ramona right now. So our eastern valley is starting to pick up on maybe a light drizzle at times. Otherwise, cloud cover is pretty dense associated with this thunderstorm that's now breaking down. It originated over the Lake Havasu area, and now we're seeing the residual activity here in Southern California. San Diego itself along the coastline, no wet weather right now. We're seeing all of that contained to the eastern half of the county. Forecast for the day shows partly cloudy conditions, pretty much county-wide. Important to keep in mind that we don't have much deviation from this. Humidity is going to rise. We'll feel that humidity out there, and we'll see temperatures just around average. But we could have a passing shower or thunderstorm affect virtually every microclimate. They'll likely originate over the mountains and then spread farther off to the east or west in the process. So that means that some of those showers could be traveling through your inland valleys or even your coastline. Temperatures right now in the 60s, and we see that relative humidity rise throughout the day. So that means that we're going to stay in the 70% range, 80% range along the coast, 50s inland, and that is going to feel pretty muggy out there. Important to keep in mind. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in traffic this morning so far. You can see how we just have these construction cones out here. That means no major crashes or collisions to report. We earlier this morning were tracking that deadly crash that took place on the 15 northbound near the Friars Road exit. What we know as of now is that at about 4:30 this morning, those crews were able to reopen all lanes of the 15 northbound. It was causing a backup with all of those lanes closed until about 4:30 this morning. Those lanes are now back open, and you can see how across the board here we're looking at green, a pretty decent start to our Friday morning.